Thank you. You can bring it down a bit. But any false. Oops. Right. Okay. So thank you, everyone. So UCU represents academics and academic-related professional staff in colleges and universities, for those who don't know. We also have many colleagues in our institutions represented by Unite and Unison, and we face very similar challenges. And I've been coming to protests and rallies and for a long time now. And every time I've spoken a few times as well, and when I'm asked to speak again, I've been wondering what is there left to say? What is it that we need to hear that we haven't heard yet? And I don't know the answer, but maybe we have said it all, maybe we have heard it all. But one thing I know is that it is very important that we do still come together and maybe say the same things all over again. Because class struggle is a very, very real thing. Because there is a ruling class that is deliberately exploiting us and dividing us. And their propaganda, to keep us from seeing it, to keep us quiet and compliant, is so large and so loud and so powerful that we need to come together and speak a lot louder than them. And we need to keep ourselves sane and non-compliant with the injustices of this class war. We're celebrating Workers' Day here today, but tomorrow I'm heading to London to celebrate with some fellow comrades another date that is very important in my country, which is Portugal. And that date is the 25th of April of 1974, some fellow Portuguese. When our revolution freed us from a fascist government. And this was only 49 years ago, just a few years before I was born. And yet fascism is there already, taking power, spreading hate speech in Portugal and everywhere in Europe. And if there's one thing that has been very clear here in the West, is that the ruling classes are much more sympathetic to fascists than they are sympathetic to true socialists or to those who expose and challenge the system. And we can only think of Corbyn or Assange, for example. And I am very scared of fascism, personally. And like always, the workers and the unions have a massive role to play, much beyond our workplaces. By demanding fair work, fair working places, we are demanding fairer societies as well. And thank you. And with the climate crisis looming, there might not even be a society if we don't do anything very, very soon. But we could be doing more. Like, our strikes are definitely having a massive impact, but we could do potentially even more. We could go further. We need to really, really unite, because a lot of our rulers don't take trains. They send their kids to private schools. They don't care what people learn at universities, etc. But they still need us. They need their quality of life and their luxurious life depend on their cleaners and their drivers and all of us who serve them. And if we are savvy and strategic, we can get everyone on board. All these people, they need heating in their houses, they need us, they need the working class, and we need to stop complying with that. We need to get everyone on board, all these workers, and we could have a massive impact if we really collectively come together and have a strike that impacts and hurts them when it hits them where it hurts the most. And for example, we have movements like Extinction Rebellion, like Stop the Oil, like Against War, like Black Lives Matter, etc. All these movements are fighting the same fight as we are. And I feel like we really need to back them up. We might sometimes feel they went too far, they didn't go far enough or whatnot, but the most important thing is that we all come together and work together to change society for the better. Thank you. I'm going to end by saying that this is a Saturday, as you know, and this is when many of our members would be marking students' work, because we're not given enough time during the week to do that. And I remember one academic professor in higher management once introducing to us a new software that would allow us to be marking from an iPad offline, and these words to us were, and I quote, "Isn't it great? You can be on a Saturday watching your kid playing football while marking students' exams." These are the sad messages that we get and that our students get. This is how exploitation works for us. But many of us won't be marking work today, this weekend, or during the week, because of part of our dispute for fair work, fair pay, we are going through a boycott of marking and assessment of students. And for something that the university gives us so very little time allocation to do, and we often have to do in our free time, they are saying they'll deduct 100% of our pay if we refuse to do just that one task. So this system works on the back of our goodwill. Universities work on the back of our goodwill, and all the society works on the back of our goodwill. All workers put a lot of goodwill in their work, or society will just collapse. And now we are seeing the reward that we get for that goodwill. So again, I'll just say, let's keep coming together, let's say the same things, let's unite, let's get everyone on board, let's stop our deference towards, and our goodwill toward those who exploit us, and let's hit them where it hurts. Let's fight back, and let's have the weekends for us and for our families. Thank you.